started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Tracking crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script how we play a game. From start to next time, chasing fame. With the behind me, changing scenes. So through it and then living out the drink of my acoustic strum. Curing and chill for cracking jokes. We'll stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most streams phone, no better days. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Are you fucking kidding me? I've been muted this whole time. I was just saying, thank you. Let's take that again and just assume that I told you some really important information. The important information I told you while I was muted. You know what? I've got to remember that because I mute it before I start my stream, so I should be able to remember that I muted it. Do I get a little bit of leeway here today? I am ill. That's what I was saying. I got a croaky throat. I've got a real croaky throat and I feel like I'm on the edge of getting something. And I made this gag about I'm under the weather. There's weather here and I'm under it. Dumb gag. It doesn't, I mean, if it was that dumb, I probably shouldn't have repeated it. The thing is, I went to my 30-year school reunion on the weekend and I reckon I picked it up, or someone might have had it there. I had a huge weekend. I'll go through it. I got some video that I want to show you from, not from the reunion. I'll show you some stuff. I woke up, I went to bed feeling sick last night, feeling like I was getting it. And then I woke up and felt worse this morning. And then I somewhat arguably might be stupid. I went for a 12K fitness walk. I just see Rob Mack, who did you pash? I went for a 12K fitness walk and I feel even worse after that. I thought if I go do the fitness thing, because there's no surf, I'd feel better, but I actually feel worse. So I feel like I'm going to either be crap tomorrow or as this stream goes on, I'll get even crapper and we'll just have to cut it. I got the AC on, even though it's not a warm day. I feel like I'm, you know what? It's just man flu. But I did have, I had a big weekend. I had 2 dates, one on Friday night, one on Saturday morning, and then and then the school reunion on Saturday night. And yeah, just a great weekend. So in the chat, Giggle Pickles, can't hear you. Gibbs, thank you. Muted, thank you. Banner, no sound, no excuses. Who did you pash? Hey Rob, hey Giggles. Thanks for swinging by, friends in the chat. Thank you so much. So on the Friday night, I'm not gonna kiss and tell, but I do want to show you a video I shot on the Saturday morning date. Found this really rad, I guess, a waterhole, or I mean, so both of these dates were in a place called Campbelltown, which I'll be honest is not a place that I'm very familiar with, but in the spirit of being like open to new things and just, I got this new motto or a mantra: say no to nothing and therefore say yes to everything. So these 2 dates were in close proximity to Campbelltown. The second one, I wanted to keep it. So the one on Friday night was like, let's have a few drinks and party and whatnot. The Saturday morning one, I was like, let's go for a hike. I want to take a hike. I want to go somewhere cool. Now, this girl is she may be watching. This girl does not want to, now I know I've been down this road before, but this girl does not want to be on camera. It's weird. Okay, it's not weird. That's the wrong word. She is a content creator of her own, but at this stage, she did not want to be, or does not want to be, involved in my content, which I completely respect. And so we went for this hike, and I found this waterhole, and we both went swimming, but I shot a video of me swimming in the waterhole. You won't see her. She's on the other side of the frame, but I want to show you how rad it is, because I reckon I can probably go back there and do a live stream. There's no 4G, but there is big open sky above it. Let me just show you this is the spot. I can just play this because there's no audio anyway, so I'll just play it as it rolls. This is the spot, big open skies. I'm clothed, by the way, no naked skinny dipping, none of that. I mean, none of that on camera, but this spot was so sick. Like, so beautiful, so still. The water was just so warm. It was like a bath. It arguably might have been too warm in the water. So what's the place called? I did have it written down. No, I took a photo. Oh, by the way, check this out. These are images. I've got to lower the brightness. Claudia's here right now, and she's done these really rad artwork. Look at this artwork she's made. I'm going to make... Oh, they're all cropped. I'll just show you one at random. It's kind of like Poopsie's artwork. I reckon they'd be great emotes. Look at that. I'll just go through them. Claudia's quite a good drawer. I reckon these could be good emotes, right? So, but I was going to find you the name of the spot. That's not unsuitable. I took a photo of a sign. Where is it? No. Shit, here it is. Frere's Crossing. Frere's Crossing Reserve. Frere's Crossing Reserve. That's still too bright, isn't it? Frere's Crossing Reserve. Georges River Road, which is weird because we're nowhere near the Shire, but Georges River Road ran through Janelli down into Oyster Bay. Dude, I had I guess I can say this. She doesn't mind. She won't. And anyway, I swiped right on Tinder to someone who you guys know actually from my chat. Do you guys remember Sharon from Fiji? She is. I won't show you the photos, but I mean, it's on a public-facing dating app. But anyway, she like back in the snorkel mask days of Gives a Minute, I went to Fiji twice and Vanuatu once. And in Fiji, I stayed with a variety of resorts of which I'd contacted and asked to be hosted and make videos of these snorkel masks. And Sharon Wild, that's her last name, she runs the Navaria Heights Lodge in Savu Savu. Let me show you that. We'll go to the Google machine. Navaria Heights, Savu Savu. This is what she runs. She owns it and runs it. And she hosted me for an awesome time at her lodge. That's a shitty website, Sharon. Holy crap, that's a horrible website. That's an absolutely appalling website. What's going on? It's 2026. The place is absolutely stunning. And she hosted me there. And yeah, and dude, it's $700 a night. Holy shit. It wasn't, I mean, she hosted me for free. But then, look at that. It's beautiful, right? And then if you remember, we went back there with Danny Black on a cruise. And then we went up and had lunch. Boola boola. We went up and had lunch there with Sharon. And anyway, I found her. It was just a coincidence. Oh, that's a rad shot. Look at that. The Mozzie nets. Yeah, it was a coincidence that I stumbled on her on. That's beautiful. It is, Giggles. Yeah, I've been sick for a few days. Guess it's going around. Yeah, for sure. How stunning is that? And I found her on Tinder, and so I swiped right to her, and then I messaged her and said, because she had a long-term partner, and I was like, Sharon, I just saw you on Tinder. And she said, yeah, and I didn't want to pry too deep, but she basically said that it's all over. And she said, do I want to come back to Fiji? So I might go back to Fiji. I don't know when, but I'm just looking at these videos. That's the Serpentine Falls. Can't remember the name of it. Yo, what a do gives. Daleski, how you doing, man? Dude, it's expensive. 500 Fijian per night. Shit. I'd love to go back. This is her here. Yeah, okay. So she's got public-facing images. This is her here. And she gets out on the horses and the sups. And yeah, that was interesting. But that's not really the weekend. But anyway, so the Saturday was the Friday was rad. Then the Saturday date was even radder. And then I drove out to Cronulla to meet up with my old schoolmates. And I got to tell you, I had, by the way, if anyone's watching on Facebook from school, hello. There was an option, or not an option, but an idea that I should live stream the reunion. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I know that I would have been paying less attention to the people and more to the tech, and I'd be worrying about the tech not working and blah, blah, blah. So I'm glad I declined the idea of live streaming. And I managed to chat with some really cool old school friends. And I tell you, man, like just hearing the stories, like we all obviously have traveled different roads and different paths. And like, I mean, I went to a Christian school, and so the majority of the, I was going to say patients, the majority of the pupils probably went down that same avenue of, Christian lifestyle, and some of the people that we went to school with married each other and are still married with families and children. Some of them are divorced and onto their second or third wives and third husbands and whatnot. But it was really kind of, for me anyway, it was kind of liberating to have this discussion and like, I guess it happened over and over again. People were asking what I've been doing, and I don't want to. I'll just say this because people said it to me. They all, not all, but a bunch of people said, how have you managed to keep your youth, your hair? What do you do with your hair? Are you dyeing it? How do you keep it? Like, the majority of the men in this class or in this year are bald, to the point where a lot of them went bald super early in life, like 2021. And I'm not being. This came up that I look younger than what I am, and I'm looking healthy. And my response to that was, well, I don't have a wife or children. And I'm not being funny about that. I'm just stating the only thing different here out of everyone that we see in this room, literally the only thing different is that I never got married and I don't have children. You can take that however you will, but that is quite literally the only difference. I mean, I've run amok and I've been all over the world and I've got drunk and hung over and I've taken illicit substances and I've done things I shouldn't do, but I never got married and never had children. And that might have some kind of effect that, I don't know, am I younger? Am I younger in spirit? Am I younger in heart? Am I younger? Am I more agile? Am I more like able to just go with the flow and do shit because I didn't have that experience? I don't know. I'm just saying that is the only physical difference between me and everybody there. Different stress levels. You're good, Dale. Robs, how are you? Yeah, cool. Not everything needs to be streamed. This is true. Daleski, wife and kids will wear your ass out. Confirmed. I mean, yeah, I'll be completely honest about this. I mean, you guys all know this, but I've been in counseling and I've gone through a process, and I actually just came off a counseling meeting before this stream. This process of where I find myself in my life, there was definitely a moment in this reunion where I felt like, wow, for the first time in a little while, I'm actually getting some good feedback about myself, some good praise, some positivity. And I walked away from it feeling really good, really contented with decisions I've made, contented with life choices. There was one particular girl that I talked to who I genuinely hope she's not watching. She knows this anyway, but I had a huge crush on her in high school. Yeah, and she has gotten more beautiful with age. Like she was the it girl of the year, right? Of 60 odd people, of the two that's not her, by the way. The two oh my God. The two year forms, the two form years, there's about 60 people. There was a handful of cute girls. I had a girlfriend, she was cute, but this girl was actually like the it girl. And when I got to the reunion, there was someone walking in. It was at a golf club. Someone was already kind of climbing the stairs. It's like a foyer and then it goes up into the area. And I just went up to the desk and said, hey, I'm not a member, but I'm here for a reunion. What do I do? And then you got to do your COVID sign in, all that stuff still valid. That's just how they all roll these days, the COVID scanning thing. So I go to do all that. And then I start walking towards those stairs and this girl turns around and I'm like, and I don't want to say a name in case she doesn't want it out, but let's give her a phony name. I don't know. Maria. It's like, Maria. And she's like, Benon. Actually, not Benon. Ben. Everyone in high school knows me as Ben, which was just a trip out. I haven't been called Ben in aside from my parents, my mother and my sister, nobody calls me Ben. But she's like, Ben. I'm like, wow. I was like, wow. In my mind, I was like, holy shit, you look like she's beautiful. Like she was always good looking, but she is way beautiful. Anyway, we go up the stairs together and we get into the venue and we do a quick scout around. Can't find anybody else. And it's meant to be 3 p.m. kickoff. We're like, well, it's about 2 minutes past 3. Like, where's everybody? So we do a circuit around the venue and like someone had mentioned in the group chat that there might be a private room. One of the guys is an, I guess I can just say it. One of the dudes in my year is the top dog in the Rebels Motorcycle Club. No longer. He's out, but he was the top honcho of the Rebels. Anyway, and there was word that this is his club, and so there's going to be a private room and whatnot. So we went around looking for these rooms, couldn't find them. Back down to the foyer, talked to the girl at the desk. Do we have a private room here? It's for the reunion. She's like, no, I don't think so. So then we went back upstairs and we said, well, why don't we just sit and wait? We're up the front. People are going to be walking up those stairs. They're going to be seeing us. So we sit down and start chatting. She proceeded to tell me a story, which I'm not going to repeat here, but holy, like I want to swear so hard right now, but I won't. But the story she told me is deplorable, and it's such a shame that this happened to her, and it involves inappropriate school teachers, and it's at our school, and it happened underneath the radar, and she's lived with it for this long. And she's like, I don't think anyone here at this reunion knows this story. I'm going to tell it to you now. And she told me, and I was like, man, I want to go and find that. I was so pissed at this story. I was like, this is, do you know what? I didn't have a great school experience. And now that story came out on top of it all, I'm like, that's no wonder. Like you can feel the vibe when something's wrong. And for that to be told to me decades later, and for her to have to go through that, I mean, you can conclude whatever you want, but it's just a sorry state of affairs. Anyway, once we had that discussion, we kind of changed it a little, and I was kind of like, well, I don't really want to tell any of my sob stories because they're nothing in comparison. So let's go to the bar and get a drink. We get up, and true to form, we get up, and someone walks in. I can't remember who this was, but someone walks in, a guy. I'm next to this girl. I haven't seen this person in 30 odd years, and neither has she, and he hasn't seen us in 30 years. He didn't even see me. He just goes, Maria. I'm literally standing next to her, but he didn't see me because she's very attractive, very stunning. And he just saw, and we're kind of the way we're sort of walking or angled or whatever, like there was a gap between us, and he's like, oh, I've got to get this and I'll see you guys.
What a beautiful group of people you are. You are good. I wish I looked like you.
What a beautiful. Yeah, and as we were walking away, I was like, Maria, did you notice what just happened there? And she's like, what? And I said, that, let's call him Bob. Bob didn't even see me. He only saw you. And that's when I said, and I don't mind saying this, but I was like, that's because you've gotten more beautiful with age than you already were beautiful. Look at you now, and you just walked in here with me, and the dude who sees you doesn't even notice there's a dude next to you. I was like that, and then we just had I don't know, we had a great afternoon. We were just chatting, and then I did the rounds, and by the way, when we walked away from that bar area, we just walked over to this sort of, I guess, like the edge of the venue where there's an outdoor area, and everybody was out there. So the whole time that we were sitting down when she was telling me that story, probably about maybe 15 minutes in totes, everybody was there already. They were already out somewhere, but we didn't see them. We did that walk. I looked out there. I'm sure I did. I mean, I miss a lot of shit, but we didn't see them. So, yeah. And then the night went on, and everybody moved around the tables, and I guess we were there from like 3 till, I mean, they kicked us out at the end. It was closing. And then someone had the great idea, or Rob, it's like, let's go to Northies. Let's go to Northies. Northies is a nightclub or a pub. The North Cronulla Hotel. Who did that on D Live? That was Netskis with the host. Thanks, Netskis. Cheers as users. Yeah, we went to Northies, and I was like, I got ID checked. I didn't want to go in there to start with. I don't want to go to a nightclub. The dude's like, get your ID out. And I'm like, really? What's the point of ID again? To prove you're over 18? I mean, I know I've been flattered all afternoon by these schoolmates that say you look great for your age, but I'm not 18. I don't need to prove, like, come on, man. And he's like, you have to get your ID out. I've got to really go to the Service New South Wales app. I don't want to even be in this joint. I've got to do all this shit, and I pull this up, and I get there, and I show it to him, and he goes, "How many beers have you had tonight, sir?" And I was like, "This is my way out." And I was like, 12. And he goes, "Okay, come on in." And I was like, "That's not what you're supposed to say. You should have said 12 beers. You've had too much. You're not allowed in." I said, I clearly, directly to him, said I've had 12 beers, and I was hoping he would have said you're not allowed in. He brought me in, and the next thing, we're fucking in a stupid bar, and Eminem's playing, and there's like heaps of hot young girls, and I'm like, I don't want to be here, man. And I walked around, and they were all looking for drinks and somewhere quiet to sit, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going. Sorry, man. I'm going. And I just walked back out and left. Back to Govan. Yeah. I couldn't do that. I mean, I can hang out all day and afternoon and night at a golf club, sitting at a table talking to people and catching up. But if you put me in a nightclub with like everyone trying to outdo everyone else, and the beers are $700 a midi, whatever the fuck, I'm just not interested. And I can't hear anything, and it's just loud music, and there's smoke machine and shit. I'm not into that at all. Don't laugh, Netskis. How you doing, man? No ID to vote needed, but you have to have it to have a beer. That's you guys. We need a photo ID to vote. So that was my weekend, and I mean, look, I don't know where this goes from here. Like what happens with anything. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. My mantra, say no to nothing and therefore say yes to everything. I went on a date in Campbelltown, 2 dates in Campbelltown. I'm saying yes to everything. And at some point, I hope to be able to just say to you guys, here is so-and-so, and let's embrace her. And I tell you what, if it gets to that point, which it is not at any way, it's everything I've done since, I guess, Christmas or probably from New Year's Day, everything from there, I am looking for someone, right? I'm looking for someone. And when I find that person, I will introduce her if she's interested. I mean, I'm going to respect their wishes, obviously, but I just don't want it to be like last time. Like, I just don't want that. I don't even know how that all fucked out with whatever, but I don't want that again. I want someone, and I might be. I mean, this swimming date, this might be a good example of this, because she's a content creator, but she's already said, I don't want to be involved in your content because I've got my own. Now, first of all, I love that she's a content creator. I think that's obviously what I'm looking for, someone that's in the game, that knows what it is and is, conscious about what goes down in that world. That's already a bonus, but the negative, I don't want to be involved in your content. I'm like, okay. So we're still keeping that separate. So maybe that's going to be a one and done kind of thing. Maybe I don't know, maybe we'll take another date. But I guess what I'm trying to avoid is getting into the position where, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm just saying, I'm going to stay true to me. I'm going to stay true to how I've always been with content. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to be me on my content. I'm not going to be presenting a phony me. It's always going to be the real me. So whatever, however that manifests itself in terms of a girl or a female. But you said no to the bar. I walked out of that place as quickly as I walked in, Jude. I did a circuit and I was like, I'm done. I'm not going on a date with you, you freak. Get that out of your head. Ben, don't call me Ben. If you call me Ben, I will not date you. Laugh my fucking ass off. Hi, Netskis. Kick dropped my account, so I can't sign in there. Kick dropped your account. No shit. Looks like Discord is fucking up. We are going to do that stream, Dale. I want to talk about that Discord ID situation. But anyway, that's my weekend. There's already talk about another reunion. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so burpy. I need burping. Yeah, there's already talk about another reunion. I'm not feeling great. I don't know why I got the AC on. I'm cold. I want to go on a date with this girl from school. I've been messaging her, and maybe I could. It's kind of that to date someone that I went to high school with. It does feel kind of weird. Like she was the it girl. How do I turn? Because we're chatting now, or we're chatting just after the reunion about whatever. I kind of want to just get it out there and say, hey, if you're down, because I know she might not be available, but she's single, but she might not be available like mentally because of something, whatever. But how do I just? Well, I know how to do it, but I guess I'm a little chicken. I'm a little chicken shit in this instance because it's the it girl. Any other girl, I don't give a fuck. I'll go and I'll ask anyone on a date anywhere. But this girl, because she's the it girl, and because she knows me, like, man, she was in my year from year 7 through to year 10. Like, I know her. I mean, yeah, I know her. And I don't know. I feel it just feels a little bit weird, even though I think we'd be pretty good. Like, I think we'd be a good match. In fact, I know we would because of the way we were talking. She told this story, and like, I don't want to retell the story, but it got to the gnarly part of the story, and her eyes started welling up, and I could tell that she was holding back tears. She held it really, really well. Like, her tears didn't come out of her eye socket, but it welled up and then it drained back down. Then she did. I don't know if this is just me, but this is the second time this has happened in the last little while. This is the second time, but she reached out and she touched my leg, and she didn't say my full name, but she said Ben. She said, Ben, I hope this isn't too much to be telling you, but she touched me on the leg. And like, when someone says my name and when there's a tonality, a certain tone behind it, it's a very attractive thing. I know this is a bit weird, but it's an attractive thing when a female uses your name not the way normal people would use it, like, hey, Ben, can you pass me that chinois? No, that's normal. That's a normal usage of my name. But to say it in a way that, and I'm trying to say this without, like, it touched me, and she physically touched me, but it touched me in all the good places. I was like, wow. And I looked at her straight in the eyes and I said, you don't have to tell this story at all. The fact that you are telling it, it means a lot to me, but you can stop right now. You don't have to go any further with this story. It's completely like, I'm going to respect you, and there's nothing. Like, if you need to tell it, you need to tell it. If you don't, I get it. And she's like, no, I want to continue. And she kept going, and she pulled those tears back. Like, I couldn't do that. I would have been crying, man. No way, Dale. When a woman plays with her hair while looking at you, you're in. Dude, I said that to her. We're in a group scenario. We're sitting around this table, and she was playing with her hair. And then I said, dude, that's so funny you should say that. I said, I know about these interpersonal signals and signs. And I was like, when a woman plays with her hair, and I pointed straight at her, you can normally know that there's an attraction. And then she looked at me, and then I made some joke about being gay. And then as she was laughing, I said, but if you can get her to laugh, you can seal it. And she had a hand in the hair, and she was laughing, and the whole table lost it. I told the story. I told the story about me ordering a chai latte. I told you guys this, right? I'm pretty certain this has come up on stream, but I'll tell it again quickly. It's man, I'm all sticky and sweaty now all of a sudden. I'm definitely ill. Like, if I just turn that off and I've already gotten sweaty. And so the story is, this goes back a bunch of years, but I was up in a place called Katoomba, which is like the Blue Mountains. It's probably, you know what? Got the freaking internet here. I'll show you. The Blue Mountains. It's the most scenic. It's one of the most scenic tourist areas of New South Wales, Sydney. If you come to Sydney, Australia, and you take a road trip, invariably you're going to wind up here at the Blue Mountains. And this place is called Echo Point, which is at the back of Katoomba, or I guess it's it's down the street from the cafe strip and whatnot. Beautiful scenery, big vast valley, kind of like I guess it's kind of like what's the Grand Canyon, Katoomba. Here's the village anyway. You can see how it's sort of on top of the valley. That's a great shot of it, actually. Oh, okay, that's already moving. Go back. So Katoomba town, and there's a street there, cafe strip and whatnot. Anyway, so we were up at Katoomba, myself and my cousin, and we were doing something. I guess we were doing a bushwalk or something. No, that's right. We'd gone and shot Tim Rogers and the Twin Set at the Baroque Room, where Tim Rogers called me a cunt that night. So the next morning we're on the strip where Tim Rogers came. That's a different story. And we go into a cafe next to the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatter? Katoomba Mad Hatters. Mad Hatter, was it called? The Hatters Cafe, this joint. The Hattery? It was a hat store. Yeah, and there was a cafe next to it. There it is. Right there, yeah, the Hattery. So we're in this cafe. I guess it's just back here. Oh, that's not an arrow. Okay. Anyway, we're in this cafe, and I'm up there ordering, and Gav orders his coffee, whatever, and then it's my turn, and I say, I'll take a chai latte. And the guy literally says, he stops and looks at me and goes, "What are you, gay?" And I was like, I looked at Gav and I'm like, you can't say that. You can't say, am I gay because I've ordered a chai latte? And he's like, we can do whatever we want. It's Katoomba. It's chilled out up here, man. Calm down. You like, he's like, you city folk, chill out. And I was like, I don't even think you can say that shit up here, man. Like you can't allege someone's sexuality based upon their order. Like, and this was 2022 or something. No, probably earlier, 2020 or something. And anyway, I was telling that story about, is a chai latte gay? Like, is that intuitively a gay person's beverage? And we were talking about that last night in this circle. And that's when I brought it up again with this person. She was already touching her hair, and I said something like, and if I can get her to laugh, then you know you're in. And then she started laughing, and I was, no. That's when I leant back and went, could I order a chai latte over here, please? And that's when she lost it, and everybody else lost it. But it just funny, hey. She asked me if I take the chai in the syrup form or in the strained form, and I've done both. The strain, like the little teacup, the chinois, I guess it's a small chinois. That's way better.
He's a long-term fan.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Wow, I like this guy. I haven't heard that one for a while. Thank you, man. That one came as a bit of a surprise just then. Yeah, so she asked me about that. What? So maybe we could go on a date. We could go and get some. That's it. I'm going to say, hey, do you want to get together for a chai latte? She'll find that funny, and that'll be an icebreaker. And then I can, yeah, then whatever. That's cool. That's a good idea. I just had. I was going to say someone else had it. No, it's my idea. So that's my weekend. And yeah, I guess there's another element to it, but I don't really want to go into it. But there was because it was a religious school, there was a religious element to this, not on the night, but the day after. And I got respect for this. Like, whatever you want to do is fine. My friend who flew in from WA, who you're about to see on this surfing clip, he's quite religious. And yeah, we had an interesting conversation about that after the surf on Sunday. We went for a surf at Cronulla, which, man, I haven't surfed Cronulla. Man, I'm not, my surfing is all down here. I mean, I surfed a handful of times as a kid and a few times at Cronulla. But yeah, it was good. It was good to go surfing with Rob. And then we had this religious discussion, which was a little bit of a, not a downer, but just a, anyway, I'm going to go and get myself a coffee. And then I want to look at this clipping feature from YouTube, because I believe it can be done now. for some, anyway, I don't want to blow up, but there is some reason why we couldn't clip on the stream. We couldn't clip live, but we can clip after the fact. So let me go and grab a coffee. This is a short clip too, this surfing clip from Sunday. So this is from Green Hills, Cronulla Beach. You're going to see me and Rob surfing. Rob broke the leash immediately. I gave him the 7S Superfish board. I bought one of my sponsored boards from Global Surf Industries. I gave him that, and I haven't ridden that in like about 4 or 5 years. And I think the leg rope or the leash, because it was stored, I guess there's a bit of sunlight comes in here on this Angel, and I think it corroded, or it made the leash, the connecting point, brittle, and he snapped it immediately. But he was saying it was not his. He was saying it was too heavy out there for him. Rob's a surfer, but he hasn't surfed in a while. Anyway, there's a clip for you. I'll be right back with the coffee, and yeah, we'll have a look at this clipping feature. Get him out of there.
Good morning, Cronulla. To be specific, Green Hills, Cronulla. Surfing with Rob Baggerman. He's in the distance down there. This is the day after our school reunion. But we all know the real reunion happens here in the water. Although, I don't think I've ever surfed with Rob before. Rob Baggerman, in the flesh. Have we ever surfed together? I don't think we have we?
Nah, you wouldn't want to surf with me.
Are you done? Are you a little dusty from last night?
Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, okay.
I only got 2 hours sleep though.
Yeah. Rob flew in from WA for our reunion.
There we go.
All right. Let me just dip my Tim Tam. I got a Tim Tam. A white Tim Tam. What? Racist Tim Tams? No shit. White people unite. What was it? White. I've actually never had one of these. A white Tim Tam. What was that? What was that slogan? White power unite or something? I don't want to talk about that shit. Actually, this is not very nice. Watch me eat it all and never have one again. Ah. Now I've got sticky fingers. Well, the verification code never comes from Kik. I mean, you've obviously checked your spam folder, right? All that shit. Sorry to hear that, dude. Dowski, glad you had a good time at the reunion. Yeah, man. It was a good weekend. I have loose plans for dating again next weekend, but I think I want to... Can I believe I'm going to say this? I might push the dates back to the week after so I can do some IRL, because I didn't stream at all this weekend because I was busy. But I think I want to do an IRL because I'm paying for Starlink and I'm paying for all this extra stuff. So I want to get out there and do the IRL stuff. There's something coming up though. What's coming up recently? Soon. What's coming up recently? What's the phrase I'm looking for? What's coming up somewhat soon? Oh no, it's just the oh yeah, there is something. Okay, that's cool. Right. Well, yeah. Was it White Tribe Unite? That's what it was. Some racist shit. Yeah. It's funny. It's like it's not racist. It's not about race. Excuse me. Giggle Pickles jumped from YouTube to Kik. No worries. I appreciate you all. Well, we're going to talk about YouTube right now. I'm going to bring up my. That's on Kik on D Live. What was that? Dale is celebrating a 1 month sub streak. Thank you, Dale. Also, thank you for what you've been saying. Wait, how do I know this? Thank you. I'll just rewind. I'm not saying anything. I didn't say a thing, man. Shut up. Why don't you shut up? I think you should shut up. Why don't you both shut up? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put my AC back on because I'm sweating again. We want to go to the studio dashboard on YouTube, and I'm going to go to show you now how we can clip on YouTube. So this goes back, or this harks back, to coin a phrase that Marty and I found hilarious on our road trip, harking. How does one hark? This harks back to a stream I did last week where I was talking about clipping in the YouTube studio as the stream is running. So you want to do that to make a highlight clipped from the stream that can then point back to the stream less than 60 seconds. Sorry, under a minute, so 60 seconds. However, what I've discovered, cracking me up, thank you, Jude. I appreciate that. I'm not trying to be funny. I was trying to be a little bit funny. Dale likes being sweaty. So the problem is not every creator account has the highlight feature enabled during the live stream. Everyone gets it after the VOD, the VOD, has processed, but not everyone has it before then. So I don't, but I think I have it now. If you go over to the studio, make this larger, we'll close that sidebar so we get more real estate action. That's big enough. So this is the current stream I'm on right now, and I won't entertain doing anything with that because it is currently live. But here is the stream that we did.
That's going to be weird.
That is going to be weird. Here is the stream that we did last week, how to create YouTube clips during a live stream step by step, which obviously was a big fail because I couldn't actually do it. But if you go into the details, now you can see a sidebar action down here called clips. If you click on clipses, Nope, that was not it. Create video clip? Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. That was it. Sorry, I'll just do that one more time because it was a little bit unclear what I actually did. It's so large here. I'll leave it big. Well, actually, this is what it looks like in normal. That's normal width, but that's way too small, right? So we make it large just for the sake of the stream. So you go to the stream that's processed.
I'm going to visit all 6 levels of the mine, explore each of them.
I love a good explore. I love an explore. I'm always down for an explore. So we're going to explore here. We click on the details tab. Then on the left-hand side here, at the very bottom, there's one called Clipses. When you click on that, there are no clips that have been made. Oh, there was. DK Conspiracy made one. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so there was one. So, okay, great. I didn't see that before. Here is to create video clip. Create video clips to expand your reach. Click on create clip. Clip duration of 1 minute. Now, I do happen to have the exact timings of where this should happen. Now, that's way too big to see, isn't it? Oh my God, dude. That scared the absolute crap out of me. It's my own fault for having that as an alert. What's going on with the zoom here? It's not working. I can't zoom in and out. Pinch to zoom on the trackpad? No. Okay, I got to go back out of that and zoom it in and then come back in. Thank you for scaring the absolute shit out of me. Appreciate that. Click details, go down here to clips, create video clip, and I'll leave it zoomed in. I won't change anything. So on I've got a little screenshot of when these should be, and the screenshot is 18 minutes and 27 seconds and 2 frames. So I guess we can put in here 18 minutes. So that'll be 27 seconds. Whoops. 27 seconds and 2 frames. And we end it. Start here. Saw that video you did about the lightning strike and it scared me. Holy shit, giggles. Yeah, frightening, huh? And then we go 19 minutes, 7 seconds, and 10 framers. And we click end here. Now that picks up on this bit. Now you can see it doesn't include the hay. So I think I'm going to just scroll back a little here. Can I highlight it? No. Start here. Start from hay. Okay, that's perfect. And now let's just play it and see. I'll turn the sound off. It's not playing. I click play from here. Okay. Okay, so it's not playing. Either way, we'll just click on create draft and we'll see what that does. This is a draft. We should be able to see it here. See, it gives me the full scope of everything. Processing will begin shortly. Okay, so what we'll do here, while this is processing, we will use the ChatGPT machine to give us the title and the description. We're going to do this. We're going to do this live for everyone to see because I think it's important to document. Let me just bring up the GPT machine. I do already have a. I was one of the few that asked to man at that D-Live, bring clips back. Nice one, brother. I have a, here we go. I have a YouTube, a reoccurring YouTube ChatGPT prompt, which I'll just paste in here. Generate the description, tags as close to 500, comma delimited, and best 3 titles for
I just farted.
You better get that checked out. For and this is where I change whatever I need, for a clip talking about how to get a free, I want that in uppercase, free month of Starlink. Make sure to mention it is global, and usable on any Starlink product. We get the GPT machine to do all the hard labor. Hey, Flosky's in the house. How you doing, Flosky? Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. So how's that processing going on in the background? It's beginning shortly. So what we'll do is we'll take the first title option, how to get 1 month of Starlink free, works worldwide. That'll do. We'll grab that title. I've been using AI for all of my YouTube titles and thumbnails and stuff. Paste it in the title. What? Did I not copy that shit? Copy. Pasta. Okay, perfect. Tell users about the video. So we want a description. In this clip, I explain how you can get a completely free month of Starlink, and the best part is that it works globally, can be used with any Starlink hardware or service plan. Whether you're using residential, roam, or mobile Starlink, this method can apply depending on eligibility, and it's something a lot of users don't realize exists. If you're already a Starlink customer or thinking about signing up, this could save you money. No, that's not how it works. So you got to make sure you read this, because ChatGPT does get it wrong. In this video, how the free month works, who qualifies, global availability explained, which Starlink products are eligible, important things to know before signing up. If you found this helpful, feel free to share it with someone who uses Starlink. Of course, the main thing...
Peace and love. Peace and love.
With peace and love, know that you're wrong, ChatGPT. The main thing that ChatGPT, or that this video will need, is that in the description... I'm going to change this to if you're thinking about signing up, because it's only for new users. If you're thinking about signing up, whoops, this could save you money. So before the description though, I'm going to put the actual Starlink link that they need. So I'll grab that off my studio. Peace and love.
I think AI is going to be very dangerous. Helpful.
Helpful.
Interesting.
Interesting. Me too. Me too. I'm just going to grab this. I've got this. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. I just got to grab the Starlink referral link from a video that's gone live on my channel already. In this case, it'll be the today's surf video. I was thinking about when I get a small RV, I was going to get a Starlink. Giggles, I mean, I don't want to be the one to tell you, but you should. Absolutely, you should. You definitely should. Starlink on an RV is a no-brainer. And if you use my sign-up referral link, which I'm pasting in here, you get a free month, man. It's awesome. I'm going to put that link just for shits and giggles, mainly for you, in the Kick Chat as well. There it is. So that's in there as the description. And a thumbnail. We're going to ask the GPT machine to write, here are the tags. We want to put those in. Tagses. Show more. Tagses. Too many. It's got to be 500 characters or less. Off-grid internet, van life internet, get rid of that one. Starlink setup, Starlink Australia, Elon Musk Starlink, get that out of there. Starlink free month, that's good. Free Starlink, Starlink internet, Starlink deal, Starlink discount, Starlink tips, get that one out. Okay, cool. So that gives us now 500 characters. The category will be science and tech. And so now all we need is a thumbnail. I need a good thumbnail. Let's see if the GPT machine can make a good thumbnail. Yes. Now watch this, by the way. Watch this. Yes. Please make a thumbnail, but make sure it is exactly 1280 by 720 pixels. I guarantee the GPT machine will not do this. It never does. It never does. It always does some weird aspect ratio. Never exactly 1280, 720. I got it on another page. Check out when you're in your stream. Thank you, Giggles. Thank you. Let me tell you, when you click that referral link, it's so sweet. All it does is open up. Let me get off there while it's processing the image. All it does is it opens up the Starlink page and a little drop down goes and it says you're using a referral, and then it just goes back up, and then the web page is exactly the same as before, except that you get a month for free.
And get grabbed like you grab a beautiful little baby. You grab your baby.
At that point, you also grab your baby. Flosky, speaking of thumbnails, do you intentionally not use your likeness? I've noticed none of them look like you on YouTube. And that's Leonardo DiCaprio. I just let ChatGPT decide. I don't, like, the way I see it, the thumbnail is something that is, oh, what? Sorry, a second. Look at this. We're so sorry. The image we created may violate our guardrails around illicit or illegal activities. If you think we got it wrong, that's going to be weird. Please retry or edit your prompt. That is going to be weird. So hang on, they're apologizing. We're so sorry, but the image we created may violate our guardrails. Why is that that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Wait, why did you create it then? Just give me the damn thumbnail. Just give me a thumbnail that does not violate your own policies, you dumb idiot. What the actual fuck? Man, I gotta tell you, I'm not really enjoying ChatGPT. It does this shit all too often. Like, that went to create an image and it said it can't do it because the thing that I created, that it created, violates its own policies. What? So anyway, the reason I use whatever it creates, I just don't care. The thumbnail, I think it's important, but it doesn't have to be indicative of what's in the content. We know that by now on YouTube. Like, you probably already know, but you can feed it an image of yourself to go along with prompts and it will insert. Yeah. I have done that in some trials I've done. I just genuinely don't care. Do you know what? I probably should get a photo of me going and have that on file and let them process from there. I think maybe I will. Maybe I will, Flosky. I probably will. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thumbnail is important. I'm not denying that. Dalesky, imagine when AI goes insane, it's not good. Because it's likely to happen. Yeah. It's a shame that it's so bad. By the way, what it's done here, it's not bad, right? That's quite a good image. However, if I open this, remember I asked it for 1280 by 720 exactly. Now watch this. Download this shizzle. I'll open that up in Photoshop. Where is it? Here we go. Open this up in Photoshop. Check this out. Image size, 1536 by 1024. 1536. I quite literally said, make certain the pixel dimensions are 1280 by 720. Now, if I put 1280 on the long side with aspect ratio.
Oh my God. Look, yep. This is very not awesome.
Not awesome. In Photoshop. Do you like the sound of that, Flosky? Yes. Yeah, if I put 1280 on the long side, I can't make that any larger, by the way. That's just, the image can get larger, but not the 1280 by 852. So you've got you've got some some cropation to do there, which you can do, cropping it by an original ratio, and you can punch in 1280 by 720, and then you've got to decide what you want to crop out. And in this case, I don't like doing it that way. I do it a different way. What I do is I open up a image which I know is 1280 by 720, which happens to be my thumbnails from today. How can AI not know basic aspect ratio? It's math. Dude, that's what I'm saying. This one is 1280 by 720. 1280 by 720. You can see that there. So what I do is I grab the new one and I dump it on the top of the old one, and then I bring it in to the canvas and I decide that I'm going to make it a little bit larger like that. And then I grab I grab the rectangular tool, choose the edges, and just get fill with content aware. You can't see this on this screen. Fill with content aware and let it do its thing. Usually it works. This one will probably work pretty well because the edges look like and it always does something funky at the top. So then you get the clone stamp tool and bam, 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 bam. This is all graphic design 101. I feel like I'm doing a tutorial here. So that extends that edge, and then you grab back to the rectangle tool or select tool, which happens to be a rectangle at this stage. And this will make his arm a little bit longer and a little bit fatter. Fill with content aware. Off you go to the races, let it do its thing. Good enough for me, but the top needs a little fixing. Clone stamp tool, command option click to grab the pixels, paste them at the top, and you're done. Don't need to fix the arm down there. I mean, it's indistinguishable. So that's that thumbnail. So then I just want to flatten the image, or at least those two bottom. See, I've also got a little live button here, which I keep on a layer, and I'm not, I just dragged it off the handle, off the canvas. But I don't need the live because it's not a stream, so I just unselect it. Save this out as a JPEG Maximus. Go to the desktop. We'll put it in as a JPEG. That'll do. Oh, not a JPEG 2000. We'll just go JPEG machine, and that'll do. Embedded color profile. So that's now my thumbnail. And well, it's giving me a prompt here. JPEG options, cool. So on the desktop now there is a thumbnail called live. Quit Photoshop machine. Don't save anything. Don't need it. Now in the back end, has this finished processing? Yes, it has. So before we up, it only goes 40 seconds. I got that done in 40 seconds. Let's see. Make sure this works. Oh wait, we're in Brave Trouser browser. Hold on a second. I don't use audio on the Brave Trouser browser. So what I'll do is let's open up Loopback and add the Brave Browser Trouser to my Firefox, which is easy enough to do. Turn it back on. Which is easy enough to do. Wait a second. Which is easy enough to do. Wait a second. Okay, we got a kick stream playing in the background. Swishness. Okay, so now this will have audio. So we'll take it back to the start. Hey, do you want to know how you can get a free month of Starlink on me? Down below there's a link. It's a referral. You click it, goes to the Starlink webpage. Nothing different except a little drop down comes down from the top. Says you're using a referral. When you sign up to Starlink, using that referral, the first month you pay for, the next month completely free. You can use it on any product globally. Anyone can use it. You don't have to even know me. So share this link with all of your friends. Pump it out everywhere. Everyone gets a free month, and I get a free month too because you're helping me out. Everybody wins. Just use it. Simple, right? Thank you, Starlink. Thank you, Elon. Can we thank him? Thank someone. Perfect. Perfect. I'll turn that Brave browser off, otherwise we'll get doubled up audio.
There's some similarities.
There are some similarities. So that works perfectly. Now we just... Perfect. Love that, pussycat. That's a good little clip. Yeah, dude. It's succinct. It's 40 seconds long. The first thing you see in the description is the link, what they're after. Let's put in the A/B testing for the for the titles. So we'll change those 3 titles from the script that ChatGPT wrote. We use the first one first. We'll go the second one, the curiosity. We'll put that in for number 2. And number 3 will be the third option. Yes, you can get a free month of Starlink. Any plan, any country. We'll put that in. Set the test. This will just choose random titles. This is the A/B testing that YouTube's rolled out recently. So there you go. Your real friend spam audio bites and emojis. Nice, nice, nice. Thanks for watching. I should also put in there my other sub stuff. So we've got enough space to grab. Just give me a second. I grab the details and grab your baby. I want to put in my underneath here. I just put in gives a minute meme token, make a one-time PayPal donation, donate via Streamlabs, gives a minute merch. Wait, does that not have my? Oh yeah, there.
Grab your baby.
And grab your baby. The link tree on Kit and subscribe on YouTube. Those are the three things. Upload my thumbnail. It's called Live. Wait, where is it? Oh, that's in the wrong folder. Live. Here comes the thumbnail. And no playlists. That's it though. So now I can set that to go live. Perfect. Thank you there, Giggles. Benjamin, is your merch still available? Asking for a friend. It is. It is. It's underneath every YouTube video or upload of mine. Monetization. I'm going to keep monetization off for this. You don't... No, wait. Hang on. That's dumb. That's dumb. You should always have it on. The reason being, people that have premium don't see ads anyway, and you can always skip the ad. Leave it on. Dumb decision to turn it off. You got to do all these ad suitabilities. Nothing like that. Submit a rating. And click next. We don't need to tag any products. We don't need to add an end screen. It's a simple video. It goes for 40 seconds. We go next. We make this public or we'll schedule it. I'll schedule it to go live. We're going to do a stream here for a couple of hours. Should we just set it to go live now? What time? I usually do it on the hour or close to the hour. I tried to get a couple of shirts and hoodies and it kept saying that it was history. Let me have a look at that in a second. Giggles, thank you for that. What day is it? What time is it? I mean, it's going to be 4:20. Blaze, bro. I'll set it to go live at 4:30 p.m. today, skins. It is February the 23rd. At 4:30 p.m. this will go live on the channel. And a simple video set to go public on today at 4:30 p.m. How to get 1 month of Starlink free, works worldwide, 40 seconds, no faffing around. That should be a pretty good YouTube video, right? That should get views. It's a simple, easy, do this and get a free month of Starlink. I feel like that's a great idea. And now that we know how clips are made, can you yahoos do me the flavor? Anytime something cool happens in the stream, can you either clip it yourself, because you can do it during the stream? I can't, but you guys can. That's what I didn't mention, did I? I didn't mention that. Fuck, that's a big thing. I can't clip during the stream. I don't have that feature, but you guys do. If you don't want to clip yourself,
I wrote this script.
Then let me know. Just say, dude, when you mention that thing about that thing, that should be a clip. And I'll be like, okay, I'll go back and do it afterwards. And that way we'll all be happy and everything will be fine. And I wrote this script. And keep your eyes peeled for 4:30 for the upload coming live. So that does wrap up that content, but I now want to talk about something that I think I need to do or I need to implement. So in GoVan, there's no real air conditioning. Actually, I was going to say for camping. There's no air conditioning, period. Well, there is AC in GoVan, but it's not very good. You want air conditioning, you wind the damn window down. That's kind of how it works. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like reverse cycle AC in GoVan. Now, I would like to have something in the back for sleeping. I do have a ghetto system that I made that I put into the window of GoVan. So there's two. I need to show it. I'll show it. Remind me to show you this when we are camping somewhere. I'll show you what I've made. But I made these two cutouts one that goes on the rear sort of half window. It slots into the window frame. It's a big masonite board or plywood board, and it slots right into that gap. And then there are 2 computer fans that I put on it with mosquito netting over both of them, and a little, I haven't got it here, a little power bank that sits in a little pouch. And that power bank usually runs all night to power these 2 computer fans. And those 2 fans push air out of GoVan in the rear of GoVan, the back right-hand window. And then I've got a similar thing that I wedge in the front the front passenger windable down window. I've made it into a shape like the shape of the arch of the door well of the window well, and so that slots into it, and you wind the window up, and it compresses it down or compresses into the window arch. And on that one, it's got one fan that sucks air from outside in, again with the computer fan and a little power bank. So that one sucks air in. Every other window's closed. It pushes air in from outside, and the one inside pushes the hot air out. It does work, and it arguably is. It's pretty cool. Like, it does work, but it's not great. So on Saturday night after after the year 10 formal, after the reunion, I slept in the van in the car park of the golf club, and it was a pretty damn hot night. And I noted that when the power bank battery died, because I hadn't fully charged it. I thought I had it in here. It didn't last all night, and as soon as it stopped, it did heat up, like quite a lot. So I went looking for like portable AC units for #vanlife, and I found some that were really rad, like the EcoFlow and the Delta Flow, but they're massive. Like they're big fucking. They're like a huge vacuum cleaner with a handle on it, and it's like this wide and like this long and that tall. And I just wanted to, like, I know that a reverse cycle AC is going to be, it's going to be big because of the thing that it does, right? The mechanics of what it's actually doing. It requires size. It's condensing air, right? So it's going to need to be somewhat big. But I did find one from a brand called Kickass. You may remember Kickass because I did have a conversation with them about the Uluru endorsement. We got quite far with that woman from Kickass, to the point where she said to me, the only reason we didn't go ahead with endorsing your Uluru trip to the tune of 10 grand. Remember, I was trying to get 10 grand, 5 grand and products. She said the only reason we're not going to go ahead is because there are other channels that I've been dealing with that have a bigger following than you. So it was the numbers that didn't help me that time. The content was good, but the numbers didn't help. But anyway, this brand Kickass, they do have a 400-watt portable AC, and this guy looks super psyched about it. So let's learn a little about it, and will it be suitable?
G'day folks, Ben from Snowies today, taking you for a walkthrough of this Kickass portable air conditioner.
Ben. What a lame name. His name's Ben. That's a shitty name, dude. Get a real one. Fuck it. Kidding.
Hit it. This compact and portable air conditioner offers.
Why do you have to use shitty music? That's going to be weird. That is going to be weird.
And comes with multiple attachments.
Why you got to put this crappy fucking endemic sound music on it? And by the way, what are we getting stuttering for? I don't want stuttering. Did I stutter? Why is it not quality immediately? It already was on 1080. He looks like a generic thumbnail version of me. He kind of did, actually. Let's see that again. He kind of does, doesn't he? He's he's a bit more weathered, but I see it.
G'day folks, Ben from Snowies today, taking you for a walkthrough of this Kickass portable air conditioner. Hit it. This compact portable air conditioner.
He would hate that if he saw this and someone had said that you look like an AI generated version of a real person. The stoner version.
Conditioner offers 400.
I had a smoke on the weekend, actually. Yeah, it was good. I haven't had a smoke for a while. I had a smoke on the weekend. Yeah, and I got given a little to go. Did you know that? Actually, hold on. No. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry.
Watts of cooling power. It's quiet operation, touch controls, and comes with multiple attachments so you can mount it inside or outside your tent or camper. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this. Kickhouse's portable air conditioner. After we set it up from out of the box, you can use it as it is here at the moment. You get legs that come in there, they screw into the bottom. Whole thing weighs about 13 kilos, measures about 35.
13 kilos is relatively lightweight, I suppose. You know, but luggage on an airplane is like between 20 and 30 kilos. 13 is not that bad. Bruh, Lou Rock is convinced that I'm an AI. I shit you not. He thinks you're an AI because he's never seen you. I mean, you could be. Imagine if you were all these years, dude. All these years you've been an AI.
By 35 centimetres and about 30 centimetres in depth, plus a little bit extra for little things that are hanging out here. So quite a portable unit, sturdy. This is all a plastic construction, but it's quite a sturdy construction. Easy to transport. You've got big handles on the sides here, so you can easily lift it up and can sit inside a tent. Now, it is a 240 volt unit, so we've got plugged this plug directly into 240.
Okay, does it run off DC? You'd be a very early adopter since AI didn't really become a thing until after. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Dalesky was, yeah. I mean, I first met Dale, I guess, in 2019. So that, I mean, AI was a thing, but not really widely used. Okay, so this doesn't have a DC power source, or it can be run off DC. Hope it can.
And can sit inside a tent. Now, it is a 240 volt unit, so we've got plugged this plug directly into 240 volt power here, which is perfect if you've got a powered site at a caravan park. If you are running it off of 12 volt and solar, it pulls about 400 watts, about 1200 watts on startup, so you're going to need a decent 12 volt and solar setup to be able to power this for some time.
That's a fuck ton. 1200 watts on startup. Let me just be clear. The Starlink Mini pulls 35 watts on startup, and that's a lot. 1200. It's going to be too much, right? It's going to just drain it. Like I'm going to be having AC in lieu of streaming gear. I don't think I'm going to use it. But you know what I do have? Oh shit, I forgot about this. I've got a lithium battery. I've got a lithium, like an AGM, but a lithium version. So not an AGM, but I've got a lithium battery that was already in GoVan. So when we did the fit out for all the streaming gear, my guy, which is my sister's ex-partner, he said, nah, dude, definitely change that lithium one out to AGM. Lithium batteries aren't great for the Australian conditions, that they heat up a lot and there's a risk of a fire. So I took it out of GoVan and replaced it with AGM, and then I put a second.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again. I took it out and I put a second one in as well. And I've always had that battery for sale, but no one's ever bought it. It's super light. Maybe I could just use it for the AC. I could just use it for AC. And then I could get a separate solar charge for it. Let's see.
A bit of a tour around the outside. Starting on the front, you've got your outlet here with a little tab here to direct the air that's coming out. So this is where the cool air comes out. You've got an air intake here, and this panel comes off so you can clean that, get the dust off over time. The sides look the same on both sides, just a handle here. And then the back, you've got your outlet port here. This is where the hot air is drawn out after it's cooled down. You've got another air intake grill here as well. You can also take this off to clean that too if you like. Now, you've got a few different setup options, which we're going to go into a little bit later depending on where you set this up, but I want to go on the use of this first. Now, when you do set it up, this is as with any compressor type air conditioner, you get condensation and that water's got to go somewhere. There is a 1.5 litre tray or tank inside here. Once that fills up, it's going to flow over the top here. Now, you do get this little bag that comes with it and this hose. So you can either just put this hose outside the tent, outside your caravan, and let the water run out naturally by itself. You can run the risk and let this fill up and then take it outside to empty it over time, or if you are using it inside, and what we've done inside the store here.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here is I'd need to have some outside access to venting. So hot air rises, so you'd want to...
We're going to have a little fun.
I want to have a little
Have nothing else to do, so let's have a little fun, right?
Right, let's have a little fun, right? Yeah, so I'm going to need some access haulage for air to go out the access for air in will come from the inside of the van, right? We're cooling down the air from inside the van. And by the way, this will just be in the rear of the van, not for driving. This is just for sleeping. So I'd have to have the access in would just be open, but the hot air going out would be pumped outside somehow through a vent that I'd have to drill a hole for somewhere, probably under the vehicle, possibly under, maybe not. Don't know. Not sure where I'd do that. But then, and there'd also have to be a hole. Oh, that tube could join into my P tube. I could get a little Y connector for my P tube and that could just go down there. Interesting. Okay. Put it in the window. Yeah, that's a good point, Giggles. Yeah, and I think they said they've got connectors for it to go anywhere you want. I would like more of possibly a permanent setup though. If I could wangle a permanent setup, I would. I guess it'd be easy enough to drill a hole in the side of GoVan. Don't know. Let's
Here's use this bag here. This will slowly fill up, and then you can
use the hole,
that
bridge the hole, or
fill the hole. I think I'm going to fill the hole.
Empty the bag out, plug it back in, and it means you haven't got water going everywhere inside. So this is where the water goes after it's developed through condensation of using the unit here.
The other thing to think of too is I really do not have room for this in GoVan anywhere. There's actually no room for this. There's barely enough room for another battery. So there's no room for that. I don't even thinking logically, the only place this would go would be on the bed somewhere, like physically standing on the mattress, which is not good. There's literally nowhere for it to go. Hang it from the ceiling. I mean, that's an option, and there are holes in the ceiling where someone had, I think, put a television at one point. It would, I mean, arguably it could do that, but it's so big. It would take up, even if that was hanging like on a bracket from the roof or the ceiling, it would still be coming down almost to the mattress. You'd be bashing your head on it and shit. Is it good? Is it better to have a cool bashed head, like a nice refreshed head, or a hot bashed head? I don't know.
Yeah. Now everything is controlled through this panel on the top.
Everything is controlled from this panel on the top. So therefore, if I hang it from the ceiling, I've got to hang it upside down? That doesn't seem good.
Through condensation of using the unit here. Now everything is controlled through this panel on the top here. So we've got a lock feature. So when it's turned on,
if I hang it from the ceiling, then I've got to have it on an angel. So it can't be flush to the ceiling. It's got to be tilted down. Location, calf area of legs. There's definitely no room down there for this, man. GoVan is kind of small, man. It's a small vehicle. Don't forget it's a Japanese import, and the Japanese population are quite small. So there's no room in the cabin at all. The only place is hanging from the ceiling or sitting freestanding on the mattress, which wouldn't be the smartest move, I don't think. There's definitely nowhere underneath the bed. The four drawer trays, they're already taken, and then on the sides of those drawer trays, there is a gap that it's nowhere near big enough for that. And one side of the gap is already taken anyway. The right-hand side is sort of free, but I shove my wetsuits and stuff in there. So yeah, there's definitely no way. There's no way in hell it'll fit in GoVan without a heavy modification. I don't think this is going to be suitable, to be honest. Let's just keep going though.
And lock it out so that kids can't play with the settings. Timer feature, which by my test go by the hour, so 1, 2, 3, 4 hours before it will switch off. Fan speed, and then you use this to put the fan speed up and down.
Steal Hermione's purse or Felix the cat's bag. You can put the entire universe inside, plenty of room. For those that don't know who that is, I'm assuming it's someone from, I think Hermione is the wizard. What's his name? Harry Potter. You could also just say Doctor Who's TARDIS. I'd know what that reference is.
Mode, you've got a cooling mode, a dehumidification mode, and just a fan mode. Sleep mode, which means it'll operate at just 47 decibels, so a quiet way of operating it. Doesn't sort of balances the power consumption.
You know what? We don't actually need to watch this. If we already know it's not going to be suitable, we don't need to watch it. So here's another reviewer of it, which I don't need to watch as well. Look at that hideous thumbnail. You should have just used AI. That's horrible. But what I did find was these ridiculously cheap, like, look at this thing, Polar Breezy cordless portable AC. Now, if I'm only using it for the nighttime and it's only every now and then, maybe I could just get one of these little doozy whackers. However, this website looks like a scam. For instance, why would you need to buy more than one? This looks like one of those AI-generated ads on YouTube. That's exactly what I thought, dude. This just looks, it looks too good. $80 for an AC unit? It looks too good to be true, right? Just add water and Breezy is ready to cool. So it's evaporative cooling. Recharge once and enjoy cool air all day. I got screwed recently on an online purchase. Did you now, Dale? Do you want to tell us about it? You have one of these in your office. Do you now, Giggles? How good is it? Does it work? I've seen those ads. I don't think they're real. They break the laws of thermodynamics. A TeamU air conditioner. You love it? Okay, well, here we have real world testimony here, folks. Giggles has one, or at least a version of this. They're all kind of the same. I mean, there's good reviews. Are these real people, though? Claudia Davis. How does it work? Hot and thick air goes that way, and cold and fresh air comes this way. What more do you need then? Flo, it's right there. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. Step 1, pour water into the Breezy leak-proof tank. It's simple and mess-free. Step 2, slide in the air filter for combined air purification and cooling. Each filter stays effective up to 3 months. Step 3, turn Breezy on and you're all set. You got it from Walmart, Giggles? Can't cool and heat a room simultaneously. This is a good point, Hi-Res. How you doing, by the way? I don't think I said hello to you. No exhaust tube. Yeah, I'm skeptical. Why are they selling so many in bulk too? Like, what do you need? Oh, because you've got a family. I don't. See, this is what's dubious about this. You enter the website and there's a fucking timer on it. They want you to buy without doing your research. You got 14 minutes to guaranteed stock. Are you telling me that people are buying and you know how many are being bought that within 14 minutes they'll all be gone? Who the hell do you think you're fooling here? You're not fooling me. Timer is a huge red flag. Exactly. Exactly. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Don't. So let's take a look at some reviews from Guide Lab 8 months ago. Is this legit or a scam?
You've probably seen the Polar Breezy portable cooler.
Are you kidding me? This is AI generated? We can't even get a real human to tell us if this is a scam or not? Fuck.
Blowing up online. Being advertised as a mini air cooler that fits in your bag, cools you down instantly, and runs for hours on a single charge.
Yeah, it's as fake as this video. Thank you so much.
The ads make it look like the perfect summer sidekick. No AC needed, just pure chill wherever you go. But is it actually legit? Or just another viral gadget with big promises and zero follow-through?
Giggle says, I put a cup of water in, turn it on, and my office gets cold. I mean, I have used an evaporative air conditioner before, and they do work. I don't like having to fill up the water all the time, though. That seems pretty, I don't know, just a bit annoying, but they do work. But I'm just saying this website could be sketchy.
Let's break it down. The Polar Breezy looks like a tiny fan with a water tank on the side. It uses evaporative cooling, meaning it pulls in warm air, passes it over water-soaked pads, and blows out slightly cooler air. That part? Totally real.
Yep.
So yes, it does give off a little extra coolness if you're sitting right in front of it. But here's the hard truth. It's not an air conditioner. Don't expect it to drop the temperature in a room or keep you cool in extreme heat. On humid days, it barely works at all. Because more
on humid days, which is interesting. Yo, was after Nizzle. How you doing, man? Giggles, it is annoying to have to keep putting water in. Yeah, I remember that from my experience with it as well.
Moist air can absorb more water, which kills the whole cooling effect. And those flashy videos showing people hiking, commuting, or working in blazing heat while staying ice cold with this thing. Let's just say heavy editing involved. Now let's talk reviews. Some sites are packed with 5-star ratings, all saying nearly the same thing.
It's notable that those reviews could be AI generated, like this video. It's probably just a perceived effect if you're in front of it, like a regular fan. Yeah, Truskins. A fan in a plastic box with some barely wet water bullshit. Yeah, I'm not going to get one.
Posted within minutes of each other. Classic red flag for fake feedback.
Yep.
Real users often report weak airflow, short battery life, and minimal cooling power.
Seen a lot of these. Be careful in the van. It can add more moisture in the air, which can have issues with mold. Yeah, that's a good point, I didn't even think about that. Water in the air adding moisture. Yeah. I think it's clear that this is a scam, right? Here's another video. Portable cooling air AC, honest check. Is this a scam? Let's see.
Have you ever felt like you're melting in your own home and then stumble on an ad promising Arctic-level cooling from a device smaller than your lunchbox? That's exactly what the Polar Breezy portable AC claims to deliver.
Yeah.
Sold on polarbreezy.com.au, this gadget promotes itself as a compact, rechargeable personal cooler that uses a so-called frostbite engine to blast out instant icy air. No installation, no big energy bills, just fill it with water, press a button, and enjoy. But here's the big question. Is it a real game changer for summer, or just another overhyped desk fan in disguise? Let's break it down. First, the red flags. Right off the bat, terms like frostbite engine and instant freezing technology sound impressive, but they're just flashy marketing. There's no scientific explanation or engineering behind these names. These phrases don't appear in any credible
Yeah, it was just a small USB fan will do. No room for aircon. And you just joined us, but I do already have somewhat of a pretty damn cool setup. Like I've got a fan that I made with a computer fan that I bought, and I put it on a board that seals up the window, the rear window. That fan, or there's two fans. Those push air out of the vehicle. So I open up that side window. That's there. It's got mosquito mesh covering everything. There's no gaps. It just pushes air out. On the front left-hand side for the passenger window, I've got a structure that I built out of plywood that sits in the window. When you wind it down, you wind it back up, and it sits in a gap like that. That's got another computer fan that sucks air from outside. So I'm bringing cool air from outside and forcing the hot air from inside out, and it works. It actually works pretty well. I just thought I'd look. I just thought I'd just check. Is there a technology out there that can cool down a small space with not much power consumption? You know what I probably should be doing? I was thinking about buying a proper big one and running it off another external battery, a lithium battery. But what I probably should do is the space where I was going to put that other battery, I should add another water canister, because 25 liters of water is not enough. I had an instance on the weekend where my date and I wanted to have a shower after a swim in a river, and I let her go first. And after she'd finished, then I went, and 25 liters does not last long. It was full at the start. Now, I did say, hey, by the way, this is not an endless water supply, so just be quick, do your thing. She's like, yeah, I'm just going to get off most of the crappy creek water. She's cool. She's done it. Then I go and do it. And then the next day? Sunday morning, I filled up my water bottle, and then I went to wash out some breakfast stuff, and the water was done. So 25 liters lasted 2 showers, a 1 liter water bottle, and then arguably another liter or so cleaning up breakfast. But yeah, the cross breeze, that's what my ghetto air conditioning unit does. It pulls in, because usually the outside temperature is cooler than inside go van because of the body heat. And you can't open the windows because of mosquitoes. So you only want to crack one window, the one that has the AC on it. I've even opened that window without the AC on just to get fresh air moving around. on a warmish night, and then if you need to, just turn the AC on and it's just powered by a USB power bank. It's all good. But yeah, I don't think I need to see any more of this. Remove heat, bring in cool. Exactly. Yeah, I think these are. What's this one on the right though? Jet versus Pure. I just want to see what this one is.
Welcome back, everybody. Now today I'm back with a product called the Arctic Air Ice Jet. It's the latest line of many Arctic Air products over the years. Now the previous Arctic Airs I've reviewed are like this one, the Arctic Air Pure Chill, which uses evaporative cooling.
Okay, so this is a case of, but this one comes with a new hat. This one's circular. The other ones were square. They were the scams. The circular ones are great.
With water and a filter. This one just blows air over 3 ice packs, but is that a better design? Today I'm going to bring back the Arctic Air.
Wait, it blows air over ice packs? So you got to bring ice with you? Buh? It's Malibu Stacy.
Pure Chill and compare the two of these. I'm going to compare the Ice Jet versus the Pure Chill in 3 different configurations. As just a fan, with water and a wet filter, and also with water and a...
I don't need to see any more of this. This is shit. It's shit, man. It's shit, man. Wait, that's a perfect chance for this. It's shit, man. Is that the one? Is that not the command? It's shit. It's shit. I don't know what I commanded it. Did I not do this? I want to hear Dre tell me this is shit, man. You forgot the exclamation? Thank you.
It's shit, man.
Thank you. I did forget the exclamation. I was so stoked to be doing it, I completely forgot how it even works. Thank you. Thank you, Flosky. You know what we should do? We should continue watching a little more of the Tipsy Panda. Like I said before, he hasn't really done much more content creation since where we last... No, we haven't caught up to speed with him, but his videos, if you go across to the Tipsy Panda's channel, go from oldest to the most current, or go to latest, sorry. We are up to Poland, this one, and he hasn't done anything from 8 months ago. So let's take a look at Poland. See how he's going. Play skis. Wait, it's not playing? Are you experiencing interruptions? Here's, find out why. I'll just...
All right, so we are in Warsaw, Poland right now.
Cool.
After a grueling 8-hour train trip.
I remember making a DIY one like that at a festival, filled the esky with ice and added a USB fan. Rad. That's smart thinking. Dalesky, are any of you wankers enjoying the Winter Olympics? I'm not watching it. I'm not watching any of it, actually. I am pretty excited for the World Cup football, though. I'm not going to lie about that. I get on that bandwagon every 4 years. This year should be interesting, or this cycle should be interesting because it's in 3 countries. It's in Canada, America, and Mexico, and there's more teams playing. Yeah, the World Cup football starts in June. It's in June, right?
We are finally here, and the sky is beautiful. There were some smoke fireworks happening as we were entering the city. The reality of traveling solo, it's a lot of energy to travel solo. Having to build all the connections that you make, and then also when you leave them,
connections,
you go back to being by yourself. It does get a bit tiring having all the, I suppose, uncertainty and changing. Like, you don't know how to read the self-checkout, or you don't know how to work a new shop system, and having to adapt to all these changes does take quite a lot of energy out of you, as well as trying to find shops that are equivalent back home. And there are some supermarket chains that are throughout Europe or throughout parts of Scandinavia, but they all change and they all are different. So you might find something you like in one country and then something that doesn't even come close to it in the next country. I also am finding that forgetting in what country I'm in, or what city I'm in, what country I'm in, what the currency is. So I think we're in Poland now, so it's Polish something or other, divided by 2, and it's approximately that in Australian dollars, or pretty close to. So yeah. Also, in other sad news, I lost my favourite jacket, so there's no more Sydney FC jacket anymore. But I will try and buy one from Australia and have it shipped over to Capella, where I live in the Netherlands, to have one waiting for me when I get back, because I think that is an important piece of home that I have. But yeah, as much as I love traveling solo, I love making friends, but it is just so tiresome to make those friends. You know, tell them your story, listen to their story, you know, try and remember them as well. And then in 1 or 2 days, they're gone just as quickly as they came. And then you start the whole process over again. Yeah, it does get a bit sort of lonely, I guess, traveling solo. But I don't mind it. Obviously,
I don't know how long his plan was to go traveling for, but it sounds like he's a bit over it by now. You guys talking about being in your mum's age range? My mum is nuts about the Olympics, records hours of stuff, watches it every night. People, yeah, and like I get it. I don't really froth on the Winter Olympics, but I tend to watch some of the Summer Olympics or the regular one. Not a lot of it though, but I do tune in. It depends if it's like you got to be into the particular. I mean, obviously, I'll watch the skateboarding. That's incredible, and I'll watch the surfing, but mainly the skateboarding. But yeah, you got to be into the sport, I guess. If it's a sport that you're right into, then you'll watch closely. I feel.
It's a very long way from Australia, so I'm not.
Gymnastics is rad,
over here,
true.
Unless they come over for a short trip or something. But yeah,
and volleyball.
Maybe
the beach volleyball in the Summer Olympics. That's interesting to watch. The particular the females are great at that sport. You know, just saying.
I'm hoping that I do meet someone that is doing somewhat what I'm
Swimming
doing,
is cool.
Going the same way, and I'm able to join them for a bit longer than 1 or 2 days, because that's all it's been so far, 1 or 2 days, or just over the weekend. And I'd like something a little bit more, a week or 2 weeks, something. I think that would be really good. All right, so yet another fine morning in Warsaw today. We're strolling around in Old Town Warsaw.
I don't
know if it's just...
Dude, I know exactly where he is. I've been there a couple of times. I know exactly where that is. That's funny.
Today, or it is every day, but there were a load of police around. Every car around the city centre, every second car was a police car, undercover car, something like that. And it was quite weird to see that, but this looks like it is Old Town Square.
Yeah, Dale, how did he finance this trip? Must have cost him some serious coin. I was talking to Baxter about that. He did work a whole bunch of jobs and saved up for this, because initially I thought it was a family and family paid for it, but no, he saved. He worked and saved up to afford this, which is highly commendable. As a young guy, just slogging his guts out to go and do something rad like that, a life-changing trip. Yeah, it's impressive, definitely. Yep.
Tourist Central. The hostel is pretty alright. It's quite nice.
This is sick.
This is sick.
It is definitely a chill hostel, and there's not many people staying there. The common room isn't very common, and I think the most thing is that it's a bit confusing to get around the hostel. So just walking around in Old Town. It's a Monday morning, so a lot of kids are going around doing excursions. It's not just like 1 or 2 schools, it's like almost every school, I think. There are a lot of churches here as well. Seems like they're very religious, and a lot of war memorials, war monuments, especially in the old part of town, which I guess was a lot more heavily affected. I'm not too sure, but it does look quite nice today. It's a good day for a walk. but I have done like 70,000 steps over the last couple of days. I did 40,000 steps in one day, and then like 30,000, and then 20,000, like a lot of steps. This is what I'm talking about. There's always so many police everywhere. It's like crazy. But yeah.
Poland.
Alright, so day one.
Poland reminded me a lot like Germany.
Or proper day one of being in Poland. It's pretty good. I like it. My hostel is dead as though. There's no one here, no one to make friends with. So still all by myself. Literally my room. Nobody in that bunk. That's my stuff. Nobody in that bunk. No one there. No one there. Even the common room is like deserted. So don't know what I'm going to do about partying or anything. It is a Monday, so I have to wait a few days. But
I've been many places in Europe. Never Poland though. Oh, interesting.
Like 7 o'clock, and so I'm just going to eat some pastries and some little cakes which I picked up.
Ooh.
And a nice cup of tea.
Cup of tea, love.
And then I might go out to have something to eat.
Freshen your pipe, governor.
All right, so day 3, I think, in Warsaw. Impressions are, it's very cheap here. So I had ramen noodles, which I'll put on screen. They were like, and a matcha, and it was, I think, $25 for that. And then I had this morning,
that's not
just
cheap.
Then crepes.
$25 for that?
And then I had, and it was, I think,
what is it? Where was it?
they were
$25? That's not cheap. Berlin, Prague, Budapest, farthest east. Yeah, rad.
Were like,
Mum's family came from Poland.
And a matcha.
Nice.
Was, I think, $25 for that. And then I had this morning, just then, crepes, like pancakes, and it was only like $13 for it. Pancakes and a hot chocolate. So I don't have to worry about, you know, starving myself here or cooking my own meals because it's just so cheap to eat here. The hostel itself was like, for the 4 nights that I was here, I'm here, 132 Australian dollars.
Okay, that's cheap.
And I just booked my hostel for Krakow, and it was like $158 for less nights as well. So it's definitely more expensive in Krakow. I'm guessing that's more of a touristy area. But yeah, so I do miss my jacket because it had pockets here, down there, and it was just overall pretty good. So now, but it is such nice weather that I can wear shorts.
Netsky, just wondering, but why do you usually only do 2-hour streams? So I made a change. I thought we talked about this. I'm pretty sure we did. I'll just address it if I haven't addressed this before. I think we did address this. It was a while ago when I decided to not do 3-hour streams, but do 2-hour streams. I feel like it was after I got back from New Zealand and there was still a hangover effect from the DLive banning. And I think this is before all these other platforms popped up. Like, I think this is before Kick even started. And I was sort of saying, I've just done like a good 4 or 5 years of very consistent almost daily streaming, 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes. And I decided that if I'm going to do long form, it's going to be the IRL streams that go longer, and the ones from here, from home, will just be 2 hours. Mind you, there are times when it will go longer in terms of if we have like a call in or music or we're drinking or something, but just these sort of weekly, daily kind of, I know I don't do them daily, but you know what I mean? Like the run of the mill in the middle of the week streams, I'm just going to keep them to 2 hours. That said, we're just about to hit the 2 hour mark and I want to sit here and finish this video. So it's not strict, but I just kind of, I guess I got a little, and I'm not, when I say burnt, I don't mean burnt out, but I definitely got burnt from putting in the hard effort and not being not having that be recognized from the platform, in this case, DLive. And I think I feel like it was the transition between DLive and Kick. And I just said, I'm not doing all that again to have no recognition from it. Not that it was like a slog, but it was a definite. It was my angle was to create as much content as possible and be live for as long as possible to bring in as many viewers as possible. But then the platform just went, we don't give a shit about that. Even now, they're not giving a shit about that. They're restricting how long streamers can stream for. Isn't that weird? They've decided that long format. It's so counterintuitive because long format we know from podcasting, such as the Joe Rogan Experience and Lex Friedman and the H3 Show. Long format is the go, right? It's obviously the way this goes, the long format. But DLive are like, nah. It's true to form though. They'll do the opposite, or they'll never do. They don't do that again. They'll never do the right thing. Good reason? Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. My grandpa, German descent, never yelled. He just gave you a look. The piercing eyes, right? Yeah. So that's the reasoning there. But thanks for asking. I feel like I had that conversation. Oh my God, I just remembered my dream from last night. Holy shit, that's weird. It just came to me now. I just remembered the dream I had last night. That is so bizarre. It literally just popped into my head. I feel like we did have that conversation, or at least I had that conversation with myself and thought I streamed about it. I think we did though. Probably just to save server resource money with all those 24-hour replays, don't know. But you know who has all the money in the world? Justin Sun. You also know who owns DLive? Justin Sun. He has enough server resources to fly me to the moon and back.
And pants, and of course I've still repping the Sydney shorts. So yeah, that's nice. But hopefully I'm definitely going to order.
Yeah, but he's interested in making money, not losing it. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Just know that you're right, Flo. Just know that you're right. That's fair.
A jacket or something from Sydney to back home in the Netherlands so that I can.
Savage Garden reference, really? My brother was here on Friday, and I don't know. Stefan was right into Savage Garden. Stefan was into Savage Garden. That. No shit. I did not. My brother's calling. That's so strange. I can't answer. Obviously, I'm live. I know what he's calling about. That's so weird. I literally touched my phone and he rang. That kind of stuff. That used to happen to me. That used to happen. No. Anyway, that stripped me out because I was just talking about him. I'll just message. I know what he's calling about. I've got something planned. Can I? I'll just have to message him. Yeah, cool. Sorry, we'll just keep playing, but I'll message him. Where did my mouse go? Here.
So the most common store that I see here is something called Zabka, and it's like a mini grocery store, and they're everywhere. They don't have like big grocery stores. I think you have to go to like a mall for that. And then there's not one store that has everything. You have to go to like multiple stores. So if you want fruit and veg, yeah, they're in Zabka, but there's only like 3 different ones to choose from. So it's
synchronicity, aka spooky attraction at a distance, it's a thing. Yeah. Could be. Yeah. I mean, it has happened to me a number of times.
A lot better to go to like a grocery mall to like a supermarket to go shopping, but obviously I haven't had to do that much shopping. All I do is buy bottled water because I don't really trust the hostel water. The showers at the hostel are atrocious. It's also, my room is situated outside of a active construction zone, and apparently noise laws or ordinances don't actually matter here because they work until 8 o'clock at night. But hey, that's alright. Haven't gone out partying yet because it's like
he's a bit of a party animal, isn't he?
Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't even know what day it is, but yeah, it's some day in the middle. of the week, so
I don't know what day it
all
is.
the clubs and stuff are shut.
Some day in the middle.
All right, so in the middle of nowhere, there just happens to be a decathlon. So I took advantage of that. I needed a better working towel. The towel that I have, I bought a tea towel essentially. It was like €7, and I actually think that it was cheaper to buy it here at Decathlon. It was maybe $13, but I'll just chuck the other one out because it takes up a lot of space as well. So that's two birds with one stone. I've got to go this way. All right, so my honest opinion of Warsaw is that there's genuinely bugger all to do here, and I think that is why Krakow is going to be more expensive than Warsaw. I think Warsaw would probably be like the financial capital. Everything's rich here and stuff, whatnot. But
That was a weird glitch in that video. I don't know if that's at his end or mine because the audio was ahead of the video. I love trains in Europe, fast, quiet, state of the art. The trains in Germany are pretty rad.
Like upmarket, to be honest, and I'm staying in the pretty good part of town. And to get some scrappy hostel in Krakow, I was looking at some of the prices. Some of them wanted $200 a night for a hostel in like a mixed 10-bedroom dormitory, which is crazy. So I don't know how bad my hostel in Krakow is going to be, which is why I didn't book for too long, only like 3 nights. So it won't even be that bad, hopefully. But yeah,
no way should
because
you should never pay $300 for a hostel room. Hell no. The max price is not bad. Gifts for the Starlink. Yeah, giggles. Yeah, I that's what I pay. I got the roaming, the unlimited roam, which is $180 a month.
The touristy destinations,
and you get a free month.
The Auschwitz.
You get a free month just by using that link. Like that's why I wanted to make that a clip on YouTube, because anybody can click that link and get a free month. They don't even have to watch my content. They just click that link, free month. It like seriously share it, people want to know. You want to know what you can do to help me. By the way, it's now live on my channel. Go to my YouTube channel. Share that video with, it's 40 seconds long. Share that video with everyone you possibly can. Just send it to them. Say, hey, I heard you were thinking about using Starlink. You want to get a free month? They don't have to know me. I don't require a sub to the channel. Nothing. Just watch the video. Takes 40 seconds. Click the link in the description, the top link. You're good to go. It's like, I mean, I wish someone had done that to me when I signed up to Starlink, because I'd like a free month. Anybody likes free everything, right? I'm getting a free something, bring it, give it, whatever it is. It's free. Hey, that's my language. If I ever get Starlink, I'd use it for sure. Probably won't though, unless they figure out the tree interference. Yeah, I mean, Flo, I get that. And the tree interference is a problem. I'm going to mitigate that by stopping somewhere and then doing the stream from the stop position. It's a good deal for me. Yeah, giggles. Yeah. And please use the referral. And by the way, don't forget, or I shouldn't be telling you this because then you'll do it, but then I get less. No. Once you signed up using my referral, that generates you a referral link, and then you can use what I'm doing and refer other people, and then you get the free month. So every time someone clicks my link and signs up to Starlink, I get a credit to my account, the tune of a free month. If 12 people do it, I get Starlink for free for the whole year. That ensures that we can stream IRL content for the whole year because it's already been paid for. Like I said, you don't have to know me. You don't have to care about me. You don't have to watch my content. You don't have to sub to my channel. Just click the link. A little drop down comes down from the top, says you're using a referral, stays there for 3 seconds, goes back up, disappears. Then you're on the website just like normal. Difference is you get a month credited to your account once you've signed up. So I just think it's the greatest referral system ever. And making a 40-second short video on YouTube, which I will also crop and put on Twitter, Twitch, X, and TikTok and Insta, because it's a no-brainer. Elon Musk is a scammer. Sarcasm. You know what? I remember that when all the Elon shit or all the Tesla violence was happening. How come people aren't going around randomly and like shooting off the Starlink dishes off people's houses? I mean, I'm not encouraging that, but if you're going to key a Tesla, you should also be knocking down the Starlink dishes, right? No one did that though. You never saw anyone going to like businesses and like getting on top of a building and like fucking blowing out their Starlink satellites. I don't know why. No one went to no, I'm not going to say that. I'll back out. I was going to make a joke about going to the Twitter headquarters and doing something, but no.
There's the salt mines in Krakow drawing a lot of tourists. I mean, I'm going to both, so of course, but like, I think an interesting observation is that there are plenty of Polish flags, just like in all the other countries that I've visited just recently in the Balkans. In the whatever it is. But unlike the Baltics or whatever it is, where they had so many Ukrainian flags, I haven't seen a single Ukrainian flag yet, which I don't know what that says, but. Alright, so I'm in the middle of pretty much a forest or something in a garden, and there just happens to be a car sitting there. Don't know about that, but that's pretty random. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just sort of walking around today. There are a few things I want to tick off the bucket list, but not in any particular order, just sort of walk around. The first 2 days I walked around the northern half of Warsaw, and today I'm going to walk around the other half. So we'll see how it goes. But there's some great large trees here.
Large trees.
Birds singing and whatnot. So they have this massive lake here, and there are actually quite a lot of fish in here. I think especially over the bridge, but there are a few other people there now. This is definitely one of the better parks. I think this is the other bigger fish.
Slothful water.
So it's been a good day so far. I went for a walk in the morning. Then I had lunch at the Bar Bambino, which is like the traditional Polish food. I ordered a burger, and the burger, as I think of it, obviously is like 2 pieces of bread, a bit of meat, and just put in between it. Well, no, they just gave me the patty and a bit of onion. And then
These streams are missing things, Dale. These streams, my stream or his stream? What are you referring to? These streams are missing things. What things?
I had also a little bit of cucumber with sauce, which I really liked a lot, which I had yesterday as well. So I got that again.
It's him just walking and talking about eating. Yeah, yeah. These aren't streams, by the way. These are edited videos. He is. Yeah, I can't. I agree with you. There's something missing here. It's something like he's not really, and he's not really trying to be a YouTuber or anything. He's just documenting his trip. But there's something. Yeah, that's it, Flowski. If I remember right, he's not really trying to hit it big. He's just recording memories. Exactly. And we probably shouldn't really be even like, the only reason I'm watching is because it's Baxter's friend. Yeah, so I agree with you, but just remember he's not really, I don't think he doesn't want any feedback. He probably could settle this to private and it would just satisfy his own family and friends.
And then also, as I was walking past, I saw a sushi place, so I thought I'll give that a go. It was actually some of the nicest sushi that I've had. However, it was 20 Australian dollars for it. I had salmon and avocado, I had tuna and avocado. And obviously, when you order that in Australia, it's like the tin tuna and just avocado, or like the cheap sushi places you normally go to. But no, he brought out a whole fish for it. So yeah, I had 6 pieces for that much money, which is okay, which means...
I don't mean to be critical. No, I understand.
Tuna, yeah.
It's a good way to vlog. I wish I would have discovered it when I was younger. Kind of gives old videos so much to look back on. Thank you, man. And it's also, that's right. It's the archive, because realistically, he's young, and once he returns to Australia, whenever that might be, he might come back 10 years from now and look at this and go, no shit, that's when I went to Poland, and that's when I went to Switzerland and all these cool places. And I wish I had I have video, but not this extensive. So I think it's rad.
It is the last day of Warsaw, and we're heading to Krakow now. And so we're going to Krakow on the train, in an intercity train. And it seems that they've sold more tickets than seats. I am using the Interrail pass, which allows me on the train, but it doesn't give me the right to a seat. So all the seats are taken. It is so crowded. People are standing in the hallways. I'm standing in
It'd be way
gate.
more fun for Memories if he had a friend traveling with him. That's a good point. If there was a friend there with him, yeah, for sure. And I mean, I suffer from that as well when I'm doing my stuff. You know, I want to find someone. I want to find someone to travel with and to create content with, for sure. I've done it long enough now by myself that, yeah, I agree with you. It'd be fun for Memories if he had a friend, and I'm taking that on selfishly to myself. I want that as well. I only know the lonely life for the most part. Is that right, Flo? Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I've definitely made a decision this year that's going to change for me. Yeah, I'm doing everything I possibly can to make that change. Yeah, it's just been that concept of finding someone has been awoken in me, and I'm not gonna let some. I know that I have the good stuff, and there's going to be someone that receives it, and so they need that, but they need to fit into me as well. It's a two-way street after all. Yeah. So far, I will say this. So far, with the dates I've been on, I haven't really the only one that really might have shown any sort of, I don't know, I'm not going to say potential, but the content creator herself, I really thought when I found that out, I was like, wow, this is going to be perfect. And it really threw me for a 6 when she said, I'm not going to be in your content though, and you're not going to be in mine. I was like, oh, wow, our worlds aren't going to collide. Like that's not what I expected. But anyway, everyone's different, I guess. But anyway, maybe Marty might be interested again. I doubt it. He didn't even message me on my 50th, dude. All the girls around here are too progressive for my personality type. I'm very old-fashioned. Okay. I got so damn lucky. I'm blessed. I met the love of my life 5 years ago. Congrats, Dale. Congrats. I'm jealous. Thank you. Well done.
I'm probably going to get told to move, so it might be a long 4 hours by train to get to to Krakow. Accommodation is booked and all of that stuff, but yeah, we're going to see. So hopefully when we get to Krakow, we'll get to the hotel or hostel, and yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy something in order to stay in this car, but as long as I keep buying stuff, hopefully I can stay here. People are sitting down in seats which they haven't reserved and then getting told to move on. People, you can just imagine how narrow it is in the train. It's about one person, and people with bags as well trying to squish past. At one point we were stuck for 5 minutes in just one aisle. Nobody was moving left or right. It was pretty chaotic, but we managed to push away through. So I've met these people on the train. They are immigrants from Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan? Uzbekistan and then Kazakhstan, and they come here to live in Poland, and it's very nice. The train ride has been okay. I found a seat even in the cafeteria, and they let me stay here, which was good. So yes, very fun to see and meet so many new different people. Okay, so this is the place where I'm staying.
Nesky, do you ever bump into that chick that worked at the coffee shop from a few years back? Oh, Sam. No, I haven't seen Sam. I mean, it goes back to quite a while ago now. I can't remember when I did last see her. It wasn't. I've seen her after the streaming that we did together, but I don't remember when. I mean, obviously it's a while ago, but probably before New Zealand, I suppose. I'm still friends with her though. I know she's around, but I think she's got a partner now with another child, I think. Flosky, that's fun. The meeting people part, your streams where you're talking to strangers are among your best. I feel like, yeah, I agree. And I would love to do more of that in real life, meeting of people, like, you know, people coming up. I'm just always conscious about them not being on camera or not wanting to be on camera. I want everybody to be on camera, but I understand not everyone wants to. Marty was good at talking to people. Dude, Marty was definitely good at that. Yeah. He was an inspiration in that regard.
Okay, so this is the place where I'm staying in the hostel. We come in and, bro, it's... Oh, jeez. I feel like I'm gonna get robbed or something, bro.
Except for the Gives Online crew. Well, yeah. Not so good. No. I mean, getting people on camera and whatever, but I have to, and I have done this. What the fuck is going on here? See, this kind of shit could be edited out, right? Are we supposed to believe this is frightening?
It's be this scary. Oh my god. That's scary as.
Come on,
right,
that was lame.
Full day number 1.
I've obviously had first-hand experience about someone not wanting to be on camera, and it's difficult, right? It's difficult, and people slip up and make mistakes, and I don't know. It's just it's you have to respect someone else's wishes, and no one. There's no right or wrong to this. Like if you don't want an online presence, you don't have to have one. Your partner might have it, and then there's going to be some conflict at some point. I mean, in an ideal scenario, these girls I'm dating, and when it gets down to like actually sort of, I guess, taking it to the next stage of a relationship, there's going to have to be a conversation about that. And I'm probably going to be a bit more, not forceful, but I'm probably going to be a little bit more, I want to use the word demanding, but that's not what I mean. But I'm not going to get so carried away with like the momentum of the thing happening. I'm going to be more understanding of what I'm looking for. Whereas before I've been, this is so awesome, you know, I'm really falling for this. I'm really captivated. I'm good. Whereas think about it, you really want someone that can fit into your life, not that you need to fit in to their life and they don't make any exception to yours. So I'm going to be a bit more assertive. That's the word. Yeah, assertive. More assertive. Great word, Netskis. That's what I meant, assertive. But for me, if I can defend myself, for 13 years, I have done that, and I was definitely the assertive, definitely the demanding. If this isn't what it is, then I am not involved. And I told, and someone said to me, no, I'm not doing that. But I told 2 girls. I just said no, like flat out no to them. One of them wanted to see my family, and I just said, no, I'm not doing that. It's between you and me, and that's it. I said, no, you're not going to meet my niece and nephew. No, you're dating me, and therefore, and we'd been together for a while at that point, like probably about it was a year, because it was at our anniversary. She goes, we've been together. She said to me, this is bad, right? No, this isn't bad, but this will just, by the way, how much, we got half, let's, I got to call my brother back. We're only halfway through this. I'll get a screenshot of where we're at here, and I'll just wrap the stream up with this little tidbit of info because we have to come back to the Tipsy Panda. It was on our 1-year anniversary of this girl. I can tell your name, it doesn't matter. Kat, right? So, and you guys, some of you, well, no, well, I don't know. Someone might have known it. Anyway, so we're dating, and we get to our 1-year anniversary. We do something, and she goes, we went to dinner or something, well, I can't remember what it was, but anyway, she goes, do you know what today is? And I'm like, Tuesday, right? She goes, no, what it actually means. And I'm like, no. She goes, we've been dating for a year to the day. I'm like, if you say so, I don't know. She goes, do you not remember when we first met? And I'm like, I do. it was today, last year, was it? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what else to say. She then said, and after a few weeks or whatever, she goes, I think it's time that I meet your family. I was like, no, that's not happening. Like, I don't want that. And she said, I do. And I said, well, I don't. And she said, if you won't let me meet your family, we're done. And I said, okay, we're done. And that was it. And she was a beautiful girl. Like, I mean, very, very beautiful. Like, cute, saucy. Nothing wrong with her except that she wanted to meet my family. And I said no. And so I broke up. Also, we broke up. And it didn't faze me even one bit that we broke up. I just went, come easy, go. Then I went on a few more years single. And then I met Felicia, who she's on my channel. She didn't mind being on the channel. We did create content together elsewhere. She came back to Australia. No, she came out on a tour. I met her on a Tracer tour, right? From Dresden, Germany. We had some wild times. She came back to Australia to see me. We got into a relationship. She had a boyfriend too. She was like, I'm going to break up with Rudiger. What a great German name, Rudiger. I'm going to break up with Rudiger and I'm coming out to Australia to be with you. And I'm like, oh shit, really? Okay. So she came out. She ended up here, right here. And be with me. And then it was like, this is fun, but you're going back to Germany. So she went back to Germany, but then she's like, no, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to be with you. I want to be with you, like long term. And I was like, I don't want that. And I was dead set saying to her, I do not want what you're saying. So do not come to Australia for me. And then she's like, why would you do that? Like, I'm perfect for you. I'm this wild German sex god, which she was. And she's like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, let me get there and blah, blah, blah. And then basically I just said no. I said no to that. And she came out and I believe she's still here. I think she's still living in Australia. She made a life of it and she's done all the stuff she wants to do, including, strangely enough, stalking the absolute shit out of me in terms of going to where I used to live, going and getting like food, and she went and got a milkshake in Oyster Bay. Just weird stuff. But my point here is I've said no for so long because I did not want what I did want most recently. It's taken me so long to get to a point where I wanted it, and I found someone that I thought wanted it back, and she just said, we're done. And I'm like, are you serious? Now that I'm ready, now that I'm willing, now that I'm comfortable, now that we've got to know one another, you're saying you don't want it, and that's that? And I'm like, fuck, man. Fucking hell. I'm fucking over it, eh? So I am not letting that situation stop me from finding someone that does want it, and I am doing everything in that regard, and I am saying no to nothing and yes to everything. And it's led me down some interesting tracks lately, I can tell you now. There's some stories that one day maybe I can tell, but I'm just embracing this change. Karma from what you did before, possibly. What was your reasoning for not meeting your family? So when Kat wanted to meet Baxter and Claudia, and I said no, it was specifically because the last time so when I had this Dutch girlfriend, I was living in Adelaide. Adelaide's a different side of the country, or it's the center of the country, if you like, or it's not. Anyway, it's not the East Coast. And this Dutch girl, like, we fell head over heels in love, and everything was hunky dory. And she's like, I've got to fly back to Amsterdam, to Holland. By the way, she's a doctor, like wow, like super cool, like smart, intelligent, sexy Dutch woman, 7,000 feet tall with blonde hair and a beautiful, beautiful girl. I've told you the story how she met me at the pizza bar. Anyway, that's a side story. But so she goes, I got to go back to Holland. I'm going to go via the East Coast. I want to see some of the East Coast of Australia. Can I meet your family? And I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love you to meet my sister, my mum, and the kids. And why don't you, like, you can leave stuff there. So you're going to go backpacking up the East Coast, up and down. You can leave your bigger luggage at my sister's place, and then you can fly out from Sydney. They'll drive you to the airport. So she went over there and hung out with my family, met my sister by herself. Like, I'm like, hey, by the way, there's going to be this 12,000 foot tall Dutch goddess. It's my girlfriend. Her name's Anna. She's going to come over and meet you guys. And my sister's like, okay, cool. So she meets her. They spend like days together getting to know each other. She goes on great trips up and down the East Coast. She hangs out with Baxter and Claudia, takes photos, the beautiful family shots. Then what the fuck do you think she does? Gets on a plane, goes back to Amsterdam. In about 2 weeks, she's like, I can't do this. We're going to have to break up. I'm like, what? What are you saying? We're going to have to break up? Why? Nothing happened. Like, you just went back home. I've got a British passport. I can go and live anywhere in Europe. Like, I can go anywhere in Europe. I can come and live in your city. I can come and set myself up, and I wouldn't inundate myself, but I'd do my thing, and we can continue this relationship. And she's like, no, it's over. Like, you fucking went to meet my family? You got all these lovely photos with my family? Baxter, they were like 9 and 6 at the time. They're asking about her. Like, where is she, Uncle Benny? Where is Anna? I'm like, fuck. I was like, what? Why? What the fuck? Like, interesting. That explains a lot. Yeah, and like, we're not doing that, but that's a lot, right? Like, a lot. Your therapist needs to hear all this, and she has, dude. I just got off a call with her before this stream. She has heard all of this, and she knows everything about me. And we've just booked in another 6 and 4. We've got another 10 free sessions for this. But that's not what I really want to talk about. I love being open and honest about everything, but it is what it is. And all I'm saying is that in the last while, I've got myself back to the point where I'm like, I'm not letting someone stop that. Like, I know that I'm a genuine dude, and I've got this, and I'm doing this. And when it comes to that, when that right person turns up, you guys will all know as well. But right now it's at that early phase where, I don't know, some of it there may be another, anyway, there may be more conversation about this at another point, but I'm going to get off here now. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm like I said before, I'm an open book. I will never talk about that, but I will definitely talk about where I am because of that. And that's how I've pushed that aside. And the more distance that goes from there to here, or from there to wherever, the easier that's going to be. But I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not going to go down that avenue. Thanks for hanging out, though, guys. See you guys in a couple of days. I got work on now. That's right. I got to work. The thing that gets the things, the thing that gets the monies is. Thanks for being here live with me. Shit, yeah. Don't forget to farkle in the chat. Whatever the hell that means. And we'll catch up with Tipsy Panda next time. So yeah, don't forget. Farkle in the chat. Whatever the hell that means. Farkle in the chat.
New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all